Hello there, Pokemon Masters, Birdkeeper Toby here, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Tempest. I just want to say, I hope you're all thoroughly enjoying your journey around the region of Solympia so far. Your run-ins with your rival, your first gym coin collected, and of course, the Pokemon you've caught on your team. I hope it's all bringing you a lot of joy to watch. In today's episode, you are traveling off to the Elderwood Forest, a very sacred place in the Solympia region, and the region is filled with unusual Pokemon that you wouldn't see anywhere else in the world, and that's true especially for the Elderwoods. The Elderwood Forest is simply more like a jungle, taking up a large portion of the island. In fact, it's so big, it's divided into two sections. There's the part of this forest that you're in now, and before leaving, Professor Dodona will have mentioned to you that there's a little village that's said to be within these woods on your way to Atheron City. The second part of the Elderwoods is the Deep Elderwoods, which seems to only be accessible by a river that runs through the forest to the sea. It seems likely that your journey will bring you back here later. For now though, focus up. New Pokemon are appearing and there's a lot of them. Wow, this Pokemon is Merion, the fake child Pokemon. Researchers know this Pokemon is born in forests, but no one has ever seen one hatch in the wild. Often their laughs are said to resemble the chatter of children. Creepy. This Pokemon is a grass and dark type, and if you didn't choose a grass starter, this will make for an excellent addition to the team. But it's not the only Pokemon lurking in these woods. Next up, we have a new bug Pokemon. This bug type is called Salovite, the salivating Pokemon, and it's an unusual Pokemon, said to exceed what evolution should be capable of. They say 90% of its biology resides within its head, with the rest of its body being a sort of exoskeleton. It's said to be incredibly fast, and it's always zipping around the forest, jumping in and out of trees. It hangs upside down and uses its tongue to navigate around the barbs of Barbug as it preys on them. If you catch one, I'm sure we'll find out why it is the Pokemon that is able to exceed evolution. And of course, there are other Pokemon that you're familiar with in the forest. Both Barbug and its evolution Hiphopper can be found here in the wild, as well as Slakoth and Pikachu. And naturally, this forest is also home to wild Tangela that also roam the woodlands. But they might not be immediately noticeable, and as you enter the Elderwoods Forest, I'd strongly recommend that you check behind every bush, in every blade of long grass, and of course, on every tree. Look, this tree is turning around and talking to you?
Oh, excuse me. I think that's my hair you're tangled up in. I'm not a Pokemon though, I wish I was. Isn't this forest beautiful? I don't know if you noticed on your way here, but there are empty areas where trees are being cut down. I believe they call it deforestation? It seems sad, the homes of Pokemon being destroyed just for new homes to be built. You see, the Tempest mean that people who are just visitors are stuck on the island with nowhere to go, and over the years the forest has gotten smaller and smaller to accommodate. Then again, I am a human and I live here in the Elderwoods. My family has lived here for generations in the Elderwood village, so how are we any different? Just because we've been here for a long time? All I know is that if I wish to call these woods my home, I must do them and the Forest Guardian proud. Oh, excuse me, I forgot you were standing there. I got carried away. Would you like to see my village? I should show you the way. Come on, don't just stand there. Follow me.
Oh, okay. She seems nice, but don't let her, out of your sight. Oh, her green hair blends in with the forest. You saw her head in the direction of the bridge that crosses the river, but she's totally gone now. You might as well head over that way. As you explore the Elderwoods, you feel a sense of aliveness about the forest. You weren't expecting people to be here, so now you have the feeling that you're kind of always being watched. In front of you, there is a bridge crossing over some water that seems to leave the forest completely and runs out to the sea. Suddenly, as you cross the bridge, you notice movement in the water and catch a glimpse at the very first ever Solympian regional variant. Raising its head out of the water amongst the grasses and mosses of the river is the water grass type Solympian Lapras. This Lapras swims in a much warmer body of water, so it doesn't have a hard shell like its counterparts across the world. It doesn't need to stay warm that way. Instead, it's covered with plant life and uses photosynthesis to keep itself going. And alongside its regular water moves, it'll lose a lot of its ice type moves, but instead has access to things like Vine Whip and Energy Ball. But you actually can't get down to it right now. It's impossible for you to catch as it's in the river down below the bridge where you are, and you don't have access to that river. This might be a Pokemon you have to encounter properly later on in your journey. Still, it's a promise of regional variation and things to come. As you stand on the bridge and look upstream deeper into the forest, you notice a small shrine on a little island in the middle of the forest. It's a simple design made of stone and covered in moss, and as you stare at it, the Lapras begin to duck their heads under the water and swim away. Why are they leaving? A wind rushes through the forest. Leaves and forestation begin to swirl around you. They lift into the air and begin to take shape across the bridge. A face of stone and wood stares at you, being held up by nothing but the wind. What is this? A Pokemon?
Gionis, is that really you? Oh no, don't go! Oh no, it's gone, but it was here. You saw it, didn't you? Gionis, a legendary Pokemon, one of the primordial spirits. They live here on the island. They're protectors. That's what my grandmother taught me. This forest, perhaps all the forests of the world exist because Gionis carried seeds on its wind and scattered them across the earth. How amazing. I see it so rarely. Why today? Who are you? A champion, huh? I'm pretty sure there's only one champion on this island and you're much shorter than he is. Me? Oh my, we've been talking all this time and I haven't even told you my name. I'm Clara, the gym leader of the Elderwood village. Speaking of which, you must be getting tired. Let me show you to my home. I'll walk a bit slower this time, I promise. So you're a champion from another region, you say? Of course, I keep forgetting the Tempest is over. For us in the Elderwoods, we exist away from outsiders. If you think of Solympia as the eye of the storm, then the Elderwoods is the eye of the storm, or something like that. No, that's not right. The pupil of the eye of the storm. Yeah, that's better. So thank you for catching me up. Here in this village, we have everything we need. Fresh water, we farm our own food. The few families that live here live a calm life, at one with the Pokemon around us. We give thanks to Gionis and take care of the travelers passing through, but we really have no interest in the outside world, Tempest or not. A gym battle? Of course! I haven't kept up to date with the Pokemon League situation as such, but I still have a drawer filled with League coins to give out. I gave one out just this week, actually. I'll happily battle you. There's no time like the present, so how about right now? Okay then, get ready to face off against my little village helpers. Go, Tangela!
Okay, so very clearly this is a grass-type gym, and you're just doing this now. Clara is a peculiar gym leader to be sure, but she seems enthusiastic enough. In fact, you should probably send something out to counter her Tangler. If you chose Ember or Kingfisher as a starter, your Brazian or Heronin should both be able to have super effective moves here. Either that or any of the regional birds or bugs will give you a nice advantage.
Those are some good moves, but you've never seen a Pokemon like this before. Go, Vigoroth!
And here comes a grass normal type Vigoroth, and this is a Solympian Vigoroth that live deep in tropical forests and jungles. They're said to be as lazy as their pre-evolution, with a slower pace of living that means that they've evolved to be calmer than their regional counterparts, with some moves like Grassy Glide and Leaf Blade ready to hit hard for some big grass damage.
Kick some grass, Vigoroth! Wow, very impressive. But have you seen this Pokemon? Go, Togetic!
Another regional variant, and wow, look at this. This Togetic wears a coconut instead of an eggshell. Is it possible that the coconut you got given earlier by that stranger could hatch into a regional Togepi? Very cool.
They say the eggs of this Pokemon only appear before kind-hearted people, so I'm flattered I get to train one. Use Leaf Storm! My Togetic! Very good. Very impressive. You really must be a champion.
You did it! You won!
Well, there you have it. You beat me. And if I remember the tradition correctly, that only means one thing. I have to award you with the coin of the Elderwood Gym. Keep it close as proof you've beaten me. I'm sure our champion will be very impressed. In fact, if you head north through the Elderwood, you'll be on the road to Atherin City, the largest city in the region. The champion can sometimes be found studying at the Citadel or battling at the Pokebliss. I'm sure he'd love to meet you. Of course, you're welcome to stay the night here too.
And there you have it, an interesting time wandering through the woods. Still, I hope you had a good time. This is merely a pit stop on your big region-wide journey, and now at least you have as many coins as Cass. Huh? But what's this? It's like Laura said, for those who want to keep it in your party, the coconut did in fact turn out to be an egg for a Solympian form of Togepi, a grass fairy Pokemon. According to your Pokedex, if a coconut falls out of a tree and lands on your head and you don't feel any pain, it's the egg of a Togepi. Amazing, this is just one more Pokemon you can add to your team. And it won't be the last regional variant, for new regional forms and Pokemon await in the next episode of Pokemon Tempest. Thank you to each and every one of you supporting these episodes and this show via Patreon. Each of these fake Mon and characters, as well as the hundreds of hours put into creating the story and the world, can only happen thanks to the support of those of you on Patreon. And you can check out my Patreon using the links below. So thank you again to everyone. And of course, so hi Pokemon Masters.